God is healing your mind for peace. God is healing your mind for peace. And what does this really mean? He's changing your mind, and he's going to change your life. He's going to bring peace over your life. In life, we often carry burdens in our minds that weigh heavy on our hearts. And that may be a lot. You're dealing with stress, heartbreak, you're dealing with loss of a family member, things of this sort, depression. Much like in my generation, depression is really huge. A lot of people face it, and it's hard to deal with. A lot of young people are dealing with the battle of the mind, and a lot of people are suffering from it. Healing is possible. I know a lot of people don't believe that it is, but I'm telling you it's possible. God is already working to restore your mind at it. Little do you know. Even on them days when you feel like it's not going to work out. God's love is greater than anything. It's greater than the noise in your mind right now. It is, believe it or not. Now, I know some people are non-believers, and that's fine too. That's fine too. His healing is more powerful than the struggles we face every day. Through all the stress that you are getting put through, you're not the only one going through it. I realized something though. I wasn't supposed to carry burdens alone, and neither are you. God never intended for us to fight these battles on our own. He says in the word, I think it went something like, I was in it not too long ago. It's like, come to me. I'm trying to remember. Come to me, all you who are weary. And burdened. It went something like this. And to me, that just spoke to me. It just felt like everything that I'm going through, even just take me for an example. I have a job that's been like really on my back for like a couple months now, like way before I even got on YouTube. They was already doing this thing where they were trying to portray this, teamwork make the dream work thing, but in all reality, it was just them trying to get at me because they really don't be what I'm doing outside of my job, they don't like or whatever. But basically that just, for me, that meant just leave it all in his hands. Keep going. Don't worry so much. That's how I took that word. When you let go, when you surrender your thoughts to him, much like I have, I let it be. I let it go. I don't want it to take over me, as mad as I was. That's when true healing happens. That's when the blessing happens, which it happened for me. I can truly say that. And I'm going to talk about it later. It's in those moments of vulnerability that God will just step in. And you may not see it, but he's stepping in. It's like behind the scenes work. And that's what I had to understand too. It's behind the scenes work bringing you peace to the storm within you. If you've been following me for a while, I had this storm way long before YouTube. But it's finally clearing up now. All the waiting, all the me being patient has paid off. And I cannot lie, it came right on time too. It came right on time. And this is twice. This is twice back to back. The first one was the credit cards debt. And I couldn't believe it then. Then this situation happened with my job. And then he turned around and just blessed me again. Healing doesn't always happen in an instant. It doesn't happen right in that moment. And I had to understand that too. Because there was plenty of times when I just had the moment, like 2 weeks ago. Like, I'm just in my car and I'm just like, man, I'm having this thought like, dog, do you just go all in? Just leave this job? I know you wanted to stack for the end of just a little bit more money, you know, but like, is this really worth it with all of the stuff that's going on? Like, I was sitting in my car just like really just going through it because I'm just like, dog, you're not doing nothing wrong. They cannot force you to do more work than is already put on you because other workers are slacking. They can't do that, which I'm gonna go over that in a later video. It was a lot. It was a lot. I just know God will rework and renew your mind when it comes to situations. Over time. He'll shift your perspective on things. I could tell you that too. You'll start looking at things in a different light. Just to remind you that the plans that he got for you is on the way. Everything that was written for you is coming. It's already on the way. So all worry, any fear, any stress, any doubt you carry, leave it to him. There's a verse that changed everything for me in particular, and it's in Romans 12:2. And I'm gonna find it and read that for y'all. Get my phone and read this to y'all right quick. It says, and I quote, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." God's healing isn't just about removing the pain. It's about transforming your mind to see things through his eyes, to understand his peace, his joy, and his purpose for you. Right? Now that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. And prayer isn't just about asking for help. That's what I got from that. It's not about just, you know, believing that you're always going to go through this, or whatever you're going through, you're not going to go through it forever. This is the calming before the storm, or the storm before it calms down, as they say. It's about trusting God's work. That's what it's about. When he says trust his purpose for you, that means just trust in him that everything that you're going through is going to work out because he got a plan for you. And that's why I say all the time, even when I had that moment a couple weeks back, I was just like, well, I had to look at it in a different perspective. Like, okay, they suspended you, cool, whatever. That gives you more time to focus on what you want to do. So I just took that time, recorded, put more effort, more time, more energy into my videos. It gave me time, and I didn't realize that until I got home and got behind this camera. I was just like, wow, that suspension was kind of a blessing in disguise. Maybe I needed that break. Maybe that was preventing me from anything bad happening, because anything could have happened. you know? God's healing is already in motion, pretty much. When God heals your mind, it's a different feeling, yo. You get this sudden calming over yourself. I really can't explain it until it happens for you. You get this sudden satisfaction that everything is going to be all right. You know, it's not the overthinking, the doubting anymore. Of course it happens sometimes, but the mind frame of where you was at isn't going to be the same anymore. You start to walk in his peace, is what I'm saying. His purpose, his joy. You'll start to feel it within you. The things that once consumed you won't do that no more. And I'm gonna be honest, it's a good feeling. I've learned that healing isn't just about removing the bad, you know, removing the stress, removing the anxiety. It's about making room for the good, making room for what he's planning for you. That's what it's about. And I didn't start to realize that until last week, that he has bigger plans for me. And it's starting to unfold. And all I'm doing is just walking by him. And I'm walking by faith with a lot of this. A lot of it. I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for him. For the longest, I was scared to do this. And I just thank y'all. I thank God for blessing me with the opportunity to have a platform like this, just to motivate and push people. Because he did heal my mind.